Hey guys, wagwan, wagwan, wagwan. It's Jacqueline. How y'all doing? Good, I hope. I was chilling at my mom's the other day and she was in the process of making rice and peas with oxtail. So I decided to turn on my camera and film it for you guys. The peas and everything is already boiling. So we're using this Grace brand green pigeon peas. They're really good. It's next to fresh. I prefer them over the canned ones. And they're high in protein, rich in fiber. And then also the esyy D coconut milk. If you've ever seen it around, give it a try. It's really creamy and rich. The coconut milk and the green pigeon peas, they've been boiling together for about 20 minutes or so. So right now, Ma's just cutting up some green pepper to add to it. And we're also going to add some Jamaican scallion, also known as green onion, but the scallion from Jamaica has a little spicier flavor. And then we're seasoning to taste. Ma doesn't use too many spices. This one's just a combination of some of her favorite seasonings. I believe there's pimento seeds in there, Lari seasoning salt. And as you can also see, there's pimento seeds, thyme, and bay leaves in the mixture as well. I wasn't here when Ma was seasoning up the oxtail, but trust me when I tell you guys, it smells so good. They're a little bit bigger slices. My mom said she would have preferred if they would have cut them in two, but where she was, they weren't going to do that. If you want to see how my mom seasons up her oxtail or just do a dedicated oxtail recipe, comment down below and let me know. So right now, there's a couple of spoons of vegetable oil in the pot. And we're just going to start by putting them in individually. Once the initial layer of oxtail started to brown a little bit at the bottom, we then added the whole mixture, including the liquid. Spread it out in the pot a little bit so everything can be cooked evenly. Okay. Then off to the side, there was a kettle boiling, so we added water to the container that had all the seasonings inside. And in a few seconds, I'm just gonna pour this water into the pot. And the trick is when you're doing this is to pour the water around the edges of the pan, as you see me doing right here. And that way it doesn't stop the boiling process. There's not a lot of water in here. The water is barely covering up the meat, but everything is distributed evenly in the pot. So right now I'm just going to turn down the stove. It was on max. I'm going to turn it down to about 4 because this oxtail is going to take about a good 2 hours to cook. 3 hours later, and still this oxtail is just beginning to soften up. The next thing we're going to do is add 2 cans of lima beans, or some people call them butter bean, and then we're going to cook it down for maybe another 20 minutes because then the beans will help to thicken it up and make a nice gravy. Comment down below and let me know how you make your oxtail. Sometimes I brown mine first, sometimes I do it in the oven. Comment, I'm curious to know how you guys all prepare your oxtail. Oxtail simmering onto the rice and peas. So you see the coconut milk, the pigeon peas, everything's been reduced. All the flavors are mixed in there. My mom always does this first part on the stove first, and then she pours this mixture into her rice cooker and she completes the rice and peas in the rice cooker. Right now I'm measuring 3 cups of rice. We're using the Tilda brand basmati rice. Sometimes I also use the parboiled rice as well to make the rice and peas. So we're just going to give it a really, really good wash because there's so much starch on here. You got to make sure you really wash it good. Oh my goodness, guys, look at all the starch that's in the water. This is after washing the rice 3 times. Adding the washed rice to the rice cooker with a huge dollop of margarine and then giving it a good stir so all the grains are separate, nothing sticking to the bottom. And there's about 1 inch of water covering the rice. And we're going to cook this in the rice cooker for about 25 minutes or so. Last check on the oxtail. Look at that. It's looking so delicious, guys. It's thickening up. I'm just not wanting to disturb the beans. So what I'm going to do now is just leave the oxtail uncovered for about another 5 minutes or so. Let it go on, simmer down a little bit, and it will be done. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace out.